Open the soda right before we went live.
We are live. Okay, so I don't know if anybody's here yet, but if anyone is here, let us know in the comments so we can know if we're talking to ourselves or not. Thanks.
I'm okay talking to ourselves.
Yeah, that's why we have three of us. Let me go put in the chat that we're live.
Oh, there's one person.
Oh, hello.
There's one person here. Hello. Hello, person. We're prepared for chaos. We hope you are also prepared for chaos.
Yes, writing, planning, prepping chaos specifically.
I do love chaos.
Yeah, that's what we're all about in this house.
Chaos.
Yeah, let us know in the comments in the chat who else here. Come say hi. And
Who
then,
else is not ready for NaNoWriMo?
Right. Who else is just in anytime you think about it, you're just like, oh god. You just have that moment where you're like, oh god, it's coming for me.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
That's me in like December, right after it's ended.
Right? Literally, it's like, okay, I finished. Oh god, it's coming. It feels like there's no
again.
in the between. Yes. Okay. Nobody's talking in the chat yet, but it says there's someone here. Don't be shy. Chat with us.
It's not me, I promise. I was going to go look.
It is sad. It is sad because Haley is always the person who's in our comments almost every live show we do, just cheering us on. And now Haley's here in the live show.
I know. I'd like to
nice.
go into the chat.
I know, right? You should be in the chat and be like, hey guys.
Hey guys, I'm here. Just
to make it feel correct, you know.
Steph is live on her channel doing reading sprints.
Should I
go do a reading sprint?
Oh my god. Steph, stealing our thunder. Yeah.
Just hanging out.
Just hanging out.
Oh, I was going to open the Nano site. I don't know why, but I felt like I should.
Feels like it should be open.
Yeah, just like for preparation.
For preparation. Oh, now it says there's no one here. So whoever was here decided they did not care about this.
That's okay. I also feel
rude.
Oh, Josh is here. Hey.
Hi, Josh.
Josh coming through for us. We're like, there's no one here.
Josh is apparently invisible because it says there's no
Yeah, it says there's no one here now. So Josh is a ghost. I love that for you, Josh. It's great.
Ghost.
Josh, are you doing Nano this year?
Or are you
just here for the support, the chaos?
Watch our brains leak out of our ears.
As they do.
Nano goes.
That is how it goes.
Oh, let me pull up I made a plan.
Yeah, I got mine written down.
I don't have any plan.
It was the same thing I just told you what our outline. But yeah, it was the same thing I went over with you.
Okay, good.
It's not much of a plan. It's just like talking points if we actually get people who want to talk to us.
Well, Josh left.
I mean, it did. Yeah. Well, I don't know what's going on with the counter because it didn't even show that Josh was here with the counter. I'm here to support the chaos. I think the lag might be. I feel like the lag's worse than normal for some reason.
Yeah, that was a long.
I feel like it's a bad lag. Yeah. But thank you for supporting the chaos, Josh. We love that.
We are chaos.
We are chaos.
Chaos incarnate.
It's true. It's true.
Chaos.
This is NaNoWriMo.
Huh?
NaNoWriMo is also a chaos incarnate.
It's true. It's so true.
Bree and I were talking about, so we did like a hangout the other night, and after Haley left us, we were talking about how NaNoWriMo is like our favorite and also the worst time of the year.
It's literally my favorite time of year, and I'm always so fucking stressed the entire time. Like, how is it my favorite time of year, but the stress is so bad?
Oh, okay. That's good.
Okay.
Okay. At least you had a very short amount of time to catch up. Okay. Yeah, because we just started. All right. Cool. Well, it looks like it's just the four of us.
What do we want to do, guys?
What do we want to do? Yeah, we'll just. I think we'll just keep chatting for a bit until we maybe get more people come chatting with us. And then if nobody else comes to chat with us, we'll just do like what we normally do and just go crazy while we're trying to come up with ideas for ourselves.
Wing it.
Yeah, I mean, basically.
I have no plan at all for NaNoWriMo yet, so that would be me.
Yeah, we do have to get Haley a plan.
Yeah.
It's like the universal truth of NaNoWriMo. It's the most wonderful and terrible time of the year.
It's my favorite and also the most stressful.
It's like insane. And I mean, like, also, Josh, normally, I mean, not every year, but normally during NaNoWriMo, there's sometimes a Stormlight book that we also have to read during that chaos. It's intense. Not this year.
But last year,
you know what happened to us last year, Josh.
But you have to reread.
I know. Casey and I the other night were like, okay, we have to reread Oathbringer during NaNoWriMo. So we're literally going to try to, like, put aside, like, a weekend and knock it out in, like, 3 days. Because we're like, we can't do that shit.
Josh got his stuff.
Yay, they came! Oh, they came early.
So
I think they're supposed to come tomorrow. Yeah,
it was really fast.
I'm glad they made it because that's the first confirmed one. Obviously, like Spens and Silas are probably going to take a hot minute to get to them because the international. But I'm glad they made it. I hope you like them. Yay! That makes me so happy. Yay!
One day I'll get mine.
Yours are still being made.
That's okay.
I have started work on yours. Yours and Jesse from Plot Twist with Jesse, who won the mid-year month. I've started making yours and hers, but I have not started making the Bands of Morning one yet. So I need to get that whole set done before I start working on the Stormlight ones. It's a good sticker. I'm glad you like it.
I'm almost, no, that's a lie. I think I'm 80%. I'm 80% done with Bands of Morning.
That's almost done. I mean, like the last little chunk just goes right by real fast.
Hopefully I'll be done by Monday.
Yeah, like if you have like any amount of time to like actually sit and read for more than like a chapter, you'll finish it in like one go because it's gonna go by fast. And then you get to read Secret History.
Oh, that's true. I keep forgetting I have to read that too.
You have to read Secret History before you maybe potentially possibly start a Stormlight. Which I will read to you if you want me to. See, Josh agrees. That is almost done.
Okay, thank you. You know, I just need to find the time to read it.
It's not like you're super busy or anything.
Yeah, you have nothing going on.
I'm super free like a eagle.
A bird?
A parrot. A colorful chicken.
Oh my god. Oh, I still don't know why I wrote that. I mean, I do know. It had to be a Stormlight joke.
I had to.
Josh, I was reading through something that I wrote in for last year's Nano, and I had a character who was like dressed all fancy, trying to like be undercover at this like fancy gala, and her metaphor for how she felt was that she felt like she was a colorful chicken in a sea of peacocks, and it was just such a bad sentence because also she's wearing a red dress. It's not even like a colorful dress. And I was like, why did I write this? And it's like, oh right, colorful chicken. It's a Stormlight joke. So we have that to look forward to in my writing. We'll see if it makes the cut. Casey and Haley are both determined that I don't edit that out in future renditions of
I want it to stay forever.
Oh, we love a colorful chicken of just red.
Just red.
Yeah.
Just a red dress. Like I don't know what was going on there.
The most colorful of chickens, obviously. I mean, have you ever seen a red chicken?
I don't know if she's seen a red chicken. I mean, any chickens.
Josh agrees with us. So
thank you, Josh.
Actually, you know what? That's not true. She's probably seen a chicken because I forgot that at one point one of her like foster families was like on a farm. It was like a farm with like a nice older couple, and she ran away from them. I forgot about them. Yeah, so she probably has seen a chicken. So she's just not good at metaphors. It's not my fault that Phoenix is bad at metaphors. Okay. Also, we like that it's a bird metaphor since she's called Phoenix. Just like really laid it on there.
Oh wow, you're right.
On brand for her. I didn't even think about that.
Listen, she's because she's not a phoenix. She's been lowered into a chicken.
She's like, I'm not even a phoenix. I'm a chicken. Oh my god,
chicken, you're a
that's gonna be a time when I go back to edit. That I like that it still says there's 0 people here, but Josh is here, so I don't actually know how many could potentially be here. But Josh is the one we're talking to us, so
Josh doesn't exist.
Say colorful chicken.
If anyone else is here, say colorful chicken. Let us know.
I don't think Josh exists. Maybe Josh is like a figment of our imagination.
Maybe we made Josh up.
Do you ever
I literally-
hallucinate at Josh?
Yeah. Great. I planned on trying to plan for this.
Planned on trying to plan.
I had this whole plan. You know?
Wow, really?
To figure out, at least have a 1-sentence plot description by
Right.
this planning stream, and it did not work.
Casey got hers accidentally the other night when she said a word stupidly. This is true. We did meet you in person before meeting you online, which is fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
we did
but
it
I have
wrong.
no memory of that.
I
So
remember.
you
it. I remember.
You could still be invisible.
I remember because I remember too much about that VidCon. Let's be honest. I wish I remembered
Josh,
less
is
about that VidCon.
There's one
It says
viewer now.
There's one viewer now, but is that Josh or did somebody else join? Because Josh
I
was the
can't-
0 counter.
I can't
Hmm.
see that, I don't think. So
Maybe
I just
there
have to
was-
trust you on this.
Maybe there were negative people watching, and so Josh just balanced it out.
Maybe. But yeah, in the
That's how
top
it
corner of our, or on the screen, in the StreamYard, it shows how many viewers. It's just
Oh
so
yeah, I
small.
don't see that.
Haley doesn't get that.
Oh, I
That's
thought
not
everybody in
special.
the stream could see that. It's weird.
No, only the in charge
hosts.
people.
I have no idea. I've only ever been on someone else's stream once, and that's before I knew how streams worked. Oh, it says 2 people now. Oh, hello. Hi, welcome.
Oh, you're in the Discord.
Yeah, you just joined my Discord the other day. Hello. Thanks for coming, because there was only Josh here, and we were feeling a little sad about it. Not that we don't. We love Josh, though. Josh is great.
No, Josh doesn't exist. I'm not convinced anymore.
But yeah, if there's anybody else here, say hi in the chat so we know you're here.
Yeah, and let us know if you joined the writing thing, right? So let us know
Yeah.
if you have any plans for Nano.
Yeah, do you
Or
have
if
a Nano plan? Are you planning to do Nano? Are you all ready? You know what you're doing? Are you like Haley and you don't have a clue?
I'm gonna wait until October 31st, and then I'll get a clue.
That seems like, the good plan, the right way to do it.
That's what I've done.
Never.
Other than last year, and I guess to be fair though, last year was the first time I won.
Like ever?
So maybe that is correlates. I
think
won the
so.
first year I did it, but the first year I wrote fan fiction, so it was easier.
Because I could have sworn there was another year you'd won, but I.
No, it was first year and last year, and last year was the first time I actually plotted.
See.
So
Do it this year, Josh.
Maybe this is the year, Josh. Do it with a join in the chaos.
We have a writing Discord. We have chaos. I mean, what else could you want? What else more could you want?
Exactly. Also, just so you all know, the writing Discord is going to start blowing up. It might just be blowing up with me and Casey and Haley, but it's going to start blowing up.
yeah,
real
I'll
soon.
be in there.
Because we don't shut up during Nano. We'll be doing writing sprints literally every day, probably multiple times a week, if nothing else. Obviously there's going to be times when we can't, but it'll be a lot. So I hope y'all are ready.
The sprint bot is a lot of fun. If people haven't,
I like the
played
sprint
it yet.
bot. Yeah.
I know.
Very
At one point, I think it was a month or two ago, the sprint bot was broken, and I don't know if it's fixed.
Oh, weird.
Because I haven't tried to use it. I just saw it when I was looking at stuff for the other Discord and just trying to figure out stuff with my setting up the roles and stuff, which are still also broken. It's fine. A lot of stuff's broken, but I'll get it fixed.
The roles
eventually.
were never working.
Well, not in that Discord. I never got them to work, but I did it right. I verified that I did it right. It just wasn't working, so I had to keep adding them to everybody manually.
I added them to some people and myself.
Yeah. But yeah, let us know. Are you guys doing Nano? Do you have a plan? Let us know. I have a plan. I just have to properly plan out the plan, you know? I have to plan out the plan. Casey has an idea, but not a plan, I would say. And Haley has nothing. So
Correct.
We're kind of all over the board here, so you'll fit in wherever you are on that spectrum.
I have
For sure.
werewolves. So
I have werewolves. I have traumatized teenagers. Just always.
I have an empty dock
And an empty brain. Empty
and
brain,
an
empty
empty
dock.
brain for
An
sure.
empty brain to match. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Quietly gonna eat a pretzel.
Honestly, I love that for you. I was eating, what are they? Dark chocolate covered graham crackers.
It sounds really good.
It does sound
They're
real good.
very good. And I've now bought this bag like 3 times. Every time I go to Trader Joe's, I get another bag and eat it like in a day. So.
No. I need to get prepared for Nano. I need to get my snacks.
Kit Kat.
Yeah.
You know, I need to get my candy because first I've been out of candy for a while. And that's one of my reward systems for myself, especially during Nano, but also just during writing. Is like I have my desk drawer right here that's like right beside me, full. I think I might have one of those left. Oh, I do. I have one left, Casey. This was the most recent run of candy. Was those what are they called? The
truffles.
Yeah, the like Lindor little chocolate balls, which are real good. But normally during actual Nano, it's like Kit Kats or like a mixed bag of just like Halloween candy because Halloween candy's all over the place.
Bree and I got really attached to Kit Kats one year, and it
was
continued.
It was the first year you came. We just stocked up. We bought like a giant bag of Kit Kats, and so it was like that's it every year now. It's Kit Kats. We have switched it up a little bit. We've gotten like the white chocolate Kit Kats. We got those like mint ones, the pumpkin ones. We've been mixing it up, but it's always Kit Kats. So I need to get my candy stash back up for Nano, and then also just general snacks because bitch likes I snack more than I eat during Nano.
Yeah, me too.
So like Cheez-Its, like Goldfish, like those kind of snacks, chips and things, pretzels. Anybody else have their Nano snacks, like the specific snacks you eat when you're writing?
Also, if you're gonna do fantasy, Josh, you gotta get started like now because
that's why I don't do fantasy.
I don't understand anyone who can pants their way through fantasy. Let me just tell you.
Oh, that sucks.
Well, you're with us now, and let me tell you, I have won every year since 2016, and I do not plan to stop. So
I've won
I
every
will
year
drag
since
you with me to the finish line. And we got Haley. Haley won last year because she did it with us. Was on Hangouts with us doing sprints like every couple of days. So I mean,
that's true.
We're the people to be with, not to brag.
Before I did it like a little on my own. Like Casey was obviously still doing it and Bree was obviously still doing it, but we didn't do it like together. And then last year was the first year we decided to do it together.
Yeah, and like all three of us.
It forced me to do it.
Let's see what you say.
Oh my god, that sounds so cool. For writing courses, Stop by Published Authors, and there was a huge sale.
Cool. I did fail. The first year I started. Casey, what was the first year I started NaNoWriMo?
2009.
2009. The first year I won, at least that I remember winning, because I have a new account. Like I can't look back on my account because I made a new one at some point in the years. First year I remember winning was 2013, but which was also the first year that I wasn't technically doing it with Haley, but it was like the first year that I like really became friends with you guys. So like we were talking about Nano a lot because we were actually friends at that point. And not just Nano buddies without actually knowing each other, which was what was the thing before. That I run 2013. I failed 2014 and 2015. And then 2016 was the first year that Casey and I like actually did it together. Like we would be on Hangout. Like, we literally started it on a Hangout, and like we weren't doing it as together as we do it now, but we were doing it more together. And that was I have not lost since that year because I've had Casey. So just get you a Casey is the thing. Get you a Casey.
I agree. Everyone needs me.
Get your Casey. But if anybody watched my writing update video the other day, be aware that when you have a Casey, she will try to give you the most traumatic plot ideas ever.
I'm adorable and terrifying.
It's true. It's true.
This is so sad. I'm so sorry.
Okay,
but a penguin game sounds like a good time. So you know what? I support that decision.
Also, please tell us more about the penguin game.
Yeah, tell us more about the penguin. But I am sad that you missed the thing. Well, we will try to motivate you for Nano. Listen.
Yeah.
Other than the past 3 months, I stopped writing for personal traumatizing reasons. But I've been working on it all year, right? Even outside of Nano. So when Nano comes, I'm going to be like really bulldozing. I will drag you all with me. Get ready. Don't worry. I'm making it a goal now. I'm going to get y'all to all win Nano with me this year. You're all going to win with us.
Okay. But like Josh said, winning officially means 50,000 words.
Yes.
But
You can set different goals.
Yeah, if you want your goal to be 25,000 words,
And you win.
And like that's your goal, that's fine.
And also, even if you don't hit the goal, you've probably written more than you would have otherwise.
Exactly. So. Like even the years that I failed, it was still like productive.
A lot of work.
Because you were still you're still writing. You're still putting the work in. And it can start getting you at least in the habit of writing every day, or at least writing throughout a month, even if you don't write every day. Like it's at least it helps you get in the habit, even if you don't win.
And we'll be doing for this. We do a lot of writing sprints together.
A lot of writing sprints.
And we'll use the bot in the Discord, or we'll do it like on video with each other on Hangouts, or we'll do live streams.
Yeah, and if you don't know what like writing sprints are, it's basically where you set a timer for however long you want to go, like 15, 20, 30 minutes, what have you, where you just write. Like you don't stop to research things. I mean, some people will do that during sprints, but you try to just focus on like the key smashing, man. You just try to write. And it's like a friendly competition. It's like, oh, like I wrote this much in the sprint, and I wrote this much in the sprint. And it's not like a real, like you're not like really like trying to beat each other, but it's just like it's motivating. It's motivating in like a fun way. If we were trying to beat each other, Casey wins every time.
Casey always wins.
Hey, so there's been a few times. There's been a few times during writing sprints where I have written more than Casey in sprints. I'm just saying. It's not. Yeah, I know. I was also shocked. That happened a couple times this last year. I don't know if it might have happened like once, maybe twice the year before that. I don't think it happened like at all when you were actually here with me. But
I'm a very fast writer.
Casey's a very fast writer. I'm also a very fast. If I know what I'm doing in the scene, I can write fast. If I'm stuck on something and I'm like brain loading circle times, it's not great. But that's the good thing about the writing sprints is like you just try to you just got to get the words on the page when you're doing writing sprints, and then like you can go back and fix it and go back and like look up that thing that you were trying to figure out what it means. Like you can always be like add this in here in brackets so you remember to go back and do that, but you don't have to stop and do that when you're doing writing sprints, and it really just like motivates you to get more words down.
Is this a Club Penguin game? Oh my god.
Yeah, I honestly am really distracted by being a penguin.
Yeah, it's for the DS.
It's for the DS.
That's the one I found.
Yes. Well, if that's your goal, we will do our best to help you get there. My goal is more than 50. We'll talk about goals here in a minute.
Yeah.
We'll go over all our goals here in a minute. Yes, no, everybody. This is the whole reason I made that writing group on Discord is because not only do I want just more people who are like writers who are friends to just like help everybody like keep each other motivated and stuff, but Penguin Isle. It's called Penguin Isle, everybody.
Thank you.
I typed in Elite Penguin Game because I thought that was the name of the game, and it gave me an actual game. So
that's great. That's great.
I've played that game. Oh my god, I got so addicted to the penguin game. I understand.
Is that penguin game?
That's that penguin game.
I managed to not get obsessed with the penguin game, but I remember when it was the thing. I remember.
So cute. Haley, you will really like the penguin game.
Oh no. Okay.
Casey now has an idea. Casey, you want to go over what your idea is that you started so far?
So originally my idea for Nano was I was going to do like a romance novel, and I was just going to spin a wheel and get a bunch of random tropes and then write something based on that. However, the other night we were talking and I was like lost. I was like, nothing was speaking to me. And then we were like, well, what if I just do werewolves? Because werewolves is my thing. And Bree had a dream where I was in the corner just chanting werewolves at her. And I was like, well, maybe it's time to embrace,
That literally was such a weird dream. I was plotting because it was like this. It was the night after we did our first hangout, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was. So it was like a couple days before we did the second one. And so we were talking about plotting stuff. So when I was dreaming, I was like not in a full dream. Like I was like kind of like dozing in and out. So my brain was just thinking about plotting things, going over and over and over again. And so in my dream, I'm sitting there like writing notes down and I'm plotting. And I'm like, okay, but like what if this character does this? And like Casey's literally just in the corner going, and there were werewolves, like every 5 minutes in the dream, right? I'm like plotting my book. There's technically not werewolves in my book. There's a shapeshifter. Don't worry about it. Sometimes she's a wolf. There's not werewolves in my book. But Casey in the background's going, and they were werewolves.
I mean, that's just the thing I would actually do though in real life.
Literally. Correct. It was really funny. I'm glad I didn't forget the dream when I woke up and was able to put that in your brains.
I was also really glad. So I decided to just go werewolves. I don't have a full plan, but I have recently, in the last like month or two, been back into Teen Wolf fan fiction.
It happens.
this happened because it was like the anniversary of the pilot airing, and people on Tumblr were like reblogging stuff, and then I ended up here. But anyway, so I don't really have a plan per se, but I have a title and werewolves, and the title is Otherwhere because I said a word wrong.
It's so good.
It's very good.
So, Otherwhere.
So I do not have a single idea. Well, okay. I have like 20 ideas and none of them are good.
None of them are like, sticking.
Yeah, none of them have like I've committed to. I have like this urban fantasy idea with like a witch, like this is like elite society situation. I've got an idea with like doppelgangers and like a multiverse situation. I toyed the idea of making a new adult romance, but that's probably not my thing. But for some reason, I decided I was going to write that down here. Let's see, what else do I have?
I like the coffee shop idea.
Yeah, I have one idea, and I just don't think it'll work for Nano because I don't think it's long form enough. But it's like coffee shop vignettes. So like the only like standard character would be the barista at the coffee shop, and you'd just be like watching different things happen because like coffee shops are like that like liminal space where anything and everything can happen. And so it would be like a chapter of like a breakup happening, but then like the next chapter is like a first date. But really, I have no solid plan at all yet.
But we're gonna get you one. We're gonna get you there.
Okay,
but I'll have one.
By Nano.
By Nano, yeah.
I just wrote this down.
That's literally how it was like being said, Casey. Like in the dream, it was like, and they were werewolves, like over and over again. Like that was the tone. That was the implication.
Well, I wrote this down as under my plot category because I had nothing there already, and maybe this is one of the tropes we're going with.
Yes. Yes, come full circle.
And then go back to this.
Yeah, it is a good title.
It's so good. Thank you. I just said elsewhere wrong.
Yeah, but I was like, Casey, that's your story title, and she was like, it is. It was like a moment, and I was mad about it because we were trying to come up with titles for my books, and we couldn't. So
it was 1 a.m, and we hadn't slept. So
there we go. Do we want to be published eventually, or is it a hobby? I would say for me, it started as a hobby. I've been writing off and on since I was like a kid. But at this point in my life, I definitely do want to eventually be published. I don't know if I ever actually get things good enough to be published, what like route I'll go, if I'll try self-pub or querying. I don't know yet because I'm not there, but I do want to be published. So that's a yes for me.
I would also like to be published, although I think I would end up going the self-published route. I don't think I want to deal with. I mean, self-published has all of its own issues and hardships and stuff, but I don't think I would want to do traditional publishing for the stuff I want to write. Yeah,
I think the only reason like I would end up going with self-pub if we had like more of a social media following that I could build off of, you know what I mean? Because it's like it's so hard to get anything out there when like you're starting from scratch and like you don't know anybody. And so I would want to build up more of a following like in the writing community in general and just online. If I went that route. But again, not relevant because I'm not done writing anything.
Yeah, we're not close.
Nothing's ready yet. But yeah, either way, I do want to eventually be published in one direction or the other.
It's also
oh wait, you go first, Casey.
I was just gonna say like it is also a hobby. Like
yeah. It's like both. Cool. It's like we're not just writing because we're like, oh, I want to get this out there. Like it's also because it brings us joy. We really like writing. It's a good creative process. It's both, I would say, for sure.
Yeah, I do not want to be published. I do it as a hobby entirely. I work in a very creative field, but I very rarely get to use my own creativity in that field. So it's just a side thing where I can do something like completely for myself and accomplish something, I don't know, that like I wouldn't accomplish normally.
Yeah.
So like it's, and I mean, we can go into this at one point, but like I just don't reread what I wrote. Like I have not once, other than literally the other day, opened up my NaNoWriMo project from last year, and I do not reread them. Like I write them, I finish them, I'm like, hell yeah, I did it
and done.
And then I close out of it and never open it again. So
I think
I do it just for fun.
Yeah, I think I'm like I know a lot of writers hate rereading their own writing. I'm one of the few people that don't mind rereading my own writing because like with fan fiction stuff, the stuff that I'm writing that is fan fiction, I am basically writing for myself. Like I don't post fan fiction. I would like to, but I don't get it to the point where I feel comfortable putting it to possibly thousands of people. Yeah. Like I used to I did it for a very short period of time. I was publishing fan fiction, but that was like in 2009. So it's been a hot minute.
Yep. Yeah, I'm both. Like, I don't. It depends on what I'm rereading of my writing. Because I have looked back on some old things that I've been like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to remember who wrote this. I don't. Yeah.
If it's old enough, it's like,
if it's like really old and you're very distanced from it, I mean, like it can be funny. It could be like really funny to kind of like, if you just like look at it lightheartedly. But if you're like looking at it like critically, like, oh, like I want to be a good writer now, and I'm looking at the stuff I used to write, and it's not like it can be discouraging. But I'm at the stage where currently this entire year I've been doing edits. So I've had to reread everything, and most of it was getting rewritten. So that should tell you something. I don't necessarily hate it. Like there's definitely things that I'll find in my writing where I'm like, this is okay. Like it needs to be workshopped. It needs to be run through some beta readers and stuff, but it's not like bad, So it's both. I like it and I don't like it. Just depends on where I'm at with it.
I feel like you are like hypercritical and I am not critical enough.
Yeah. I'm way more critical than I used to be because of like how serious I am about specifically like this series and like how much work, because like I rebooted it from scratch and now I'm like, I really want this to be a thing that I can like share with people. And so when it's no longer just like a thing for me, it's like I really need to, I got to up my standards for it. It's like my standards for myself are not as high as my standards for other people. So that's, I
like this. This thought.
That's a really good, just like practicing the writing just so you can be better at like DMing and stuff and storytelling in that format. Like, yes, I love it.
I mean,
I feel that.
If you want to write something for Nano and you do it set in that kind of like D&D world, then you don't have to do enough world building.
That's true.
Is the hardest part of fantasy.
Or you can just like write the story of a past campaign down. Like if there was a campaign that you participated in or DM'd that you really enjoyed, then you can just go back and be like, the story generally. And then you can go back and just write it in prose.
And like flesh it out.
For sure.
And then I can explain stuff when I'm talking about it.
I have that problem too. I'm not good at talking. So like I like to write things out. Like I'd much rather like text people than talk to people because I can like you can stop and think and like process what you're trying to say. Whereas like those things don't compute coming out of the mouth just straight from the brain to the mouth. It's like you gotta run them through that processor. Yeah, no, I get that.
I love that.
But if you keep writing, they get better as you go. I can attest to that. I don't necessarily think I'm that good right now, but I'm way better than I used to be, and that is a fact. It's just the more you do it, the more you get better with those skills, just regardless. So
there was a tweet I saw the other day that was like an author had been talking to a newer author, and the newer author was like, I don't feel like I'm very good at this. I don't feel like I'm getting any better. And they're like, well, how long have you been writing? And they were like, like 5 or 6 years. And it's like, well, when you were 5 or 6 years old, you weren't very good at anything.
Yeah. I think you saw that because I posted that screenshot in the writing Discord. Yeah.
So it just takes time.
Yeah. It was like, well, yeah, you're 28 years old, so you're a level 28 human, but you're like a level 3 writer because you've been writing for 3 years. So how good were you as a level 3 human? It's like it definitely takes time to build up that skill. It's such a good metaphor.
I think I've been writing for 15 years. Is that right?
I actually don't know.
Like more seriously writing.
More seriously writing. Yeah, serious writing for me has been probably since 2013. Just like writing, ooh, a long time. I mean, I used to write stories for my friends that were like just stories that I would write for my friends, which it took me a long time to learn. I used to, because the only way like I felt like I could get other people involved in like caring about this hobby of mine was when I was writing things for my friends. So I would write stories for my friends, and like I would put them in the story, and then like write this little story about them as like the character. But then it was like I was doing it for them and not like writing what I wanted to write. I was writing what they wanted to read.
Oh,
And
interesting.
It was not like I didn't enjoy it as much until I started not caring so much about like what other people were going to think about it. And like the advice where you really got to write what you want to read and write for yourself first is so important because you're going to enjoy it more. And then you can kind of go back through and like tweak it better for audiences. But yeah, it was like I didn't enjoy it, but it was the only way I could get like my friends to like care about that part of my hobbies in my life
right.
when I was younger. Is if I was like, oh, like I put you in my story, so now like you have to read my story and you have to care about my writing and talk about me writing with me. But then I didn't like what I was writing because I was writing what they wanted me to write and not what I wanted to write.
And then you met us.
Yeah. No, yeah. Serious writing I've been doing since 2013, but I've been probably writing since young childhood.
I don't know what to count as serious writing because I would count like as soon as I started NaNo, I feel like I really...
That was me. That's why I said 2009.
Yeah, I feel like I really focused, but I've been like...
Yeah, I don't...
Also, I was posting fan fiction when I was younger than that.
Mm-hmm.
I was only reading it.
I was posting on HarryPotterFanfiction.net. Shout out to you that remember that.
The only reason I would say 2013 is for serious writing, because that's when I actually like found the grounds to properly start writing deviants. I mean, it's changed a lot since 2013, but
I found the original drafts.
So we don't need to talk about that. No, we don't, Haley. Not at all.
We did Facebook Messenger.
We don't need to talk about that. Okay. But no, yeah, because before that, like I would write things, but I would give up on them very quickly. I would write down like ideas. I would write down like chapters from things, but like I never had any solid like this is a story with a point A, point B, and point C. Where it, like I'd never finished anything or wrote something down that had a good enough structure to be like this is an actual story and not like fragments of ideas in my brain. So 2013 was the first time that's why I would say that was when I was seriously writing, because I was like seriously had structure and ideas that I was actually really focusing on in one big thing, you know, if that made sense.
Yeah, I finished a first draft in 2009. I've always kind of wanted to go back to that, but
yikes!
Not
the only draft I ever finished was last year. I finished the entire draft one of book one of Deviants. First time I finished. It's so
weird to like finish a draft. Like it's such a weird feeling.
It's such a good feeling. I cried. I was so it was so because I've been writing for so long and I've never finished something. Yeah. I cried.
Yeah. I think I technically finished my story last year, but I think I kind of phoned it in the last like 2 days just because I wanted to be finished. Like, I wanted to put the end cap on it. Yeah. So I think like I probably could have written more in the last like chunk of the book, but I just I don't reopen them, so I wanted to like put that end on it just so I like felt good.
Yeah.
I definitely finished a few things. Some of them weirder than others. There was that year, you two will remember, where I wrote a fuck ton. And I think I finished 2 drafts in that year of NaNo. There were some overachieving years where I did some nonsense.
Oh yeah, we can get into that in a bit and like talk about more about our past NaNos and our goals for this year because we didn't go over that. But I guess we have to take a little side tangent here for a moment. Haley, do you want to go first before Casey and I talk about our problems?
Yeah. I mean, I have a similar problem.
Here's the book Haley's reading.
Yeah, so I am reading Bands of Mourning by Brandon Sanderson, which is the last book in Era 2 of the Mistborn series.
The last book currently out. There's one more coming out.
I'm so proud of the little speech you just gave. It was so good.
They've been trying to get me to read Sanderson for like a million years, and I finally agreed this year. But then I'm also reading, oh God, I started something else in the middle of it because I was like, I need a break. Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Reed Jenkins, which is I've read all her other books in that like world, and I love her writing, so I recommend her. But that's all I'm reading right now.
For those watching, Haley has a Bookstagram, and it is linked in the description if you want to go follow her Bookstagram. So,
wow, it is. Tomorrow I'm going to
promos for Haley's Bookstagram.
My local independent bookstore is having a sidewalk sale tomorrow, so there'll be content from that maybe if I remember.
Yes, so Haley's Bookstagram is really nice. Haley's so much better at Instagram than we are.
It's true. We're so bad at it.
It's my job.
But speaking of Sanderson, if you are interested in Sanderson and would like to join our Cosmere Crab Along,
Yeah.
this month we're rereading Way of Kings, so that's what Bree and I are reading.
Yeah, this entire year, Casey and I have been hosting, along with a couple of other booktubers, a Cosmere read along where we're reading the entire Cosmere by Brandon Sanderson in this whole year, and we've just made it to the Stormlight months. We've got four months left, and we've just started Way of Kings, and it's go follow Haley. But yeah, so we're reading Way of Kings right now, which is a big, epic, high fantasy series by Brandon Sanderson. It's my favorite book, and I'm reading it for the 15th time, just to throw that out there.
I think it's my fourth time. I don't.
Oh my god, Josh! Side tangent, real quick for Josh. So Casey and I have been like updating like a document of like kind of summarizing chapters to keep up with as we go when we do the live show, and I just updated last night. And there's a specific line where the character that you're referring to was talking to his son and was like, "Have I told you the story about this?" And he's like, "Yes, you have." And he's like, "I have." And he's like, "Yes." And you also made me listen to a passage of it being read. And I literally put that in the document. And then I was like, "But Casey, why is this me trying to get people to read The Way of Kings?" Did that last night, and this just reminded me of it.
I think I've heard the like prologue to The Way of Kings, or maybe it's just like the first chapter. I don't know what you read to me.
The prelude.
The prelude. I think I've heard the prelude like 55 times.
We've both read it to ourselves.
Stumbling to a stop before the body of a dying thunderclast. I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, that was like 56 times.
You know, I read it. This is my 15th read of this book. It's my favorite book in the entire world, my favorite series. I have a problem. I tend to reread series and books that I really like, but I usually don't read things more than like 3, 4, or 5 times. That's like an average if I really like something. We're on number 15 with The Way of Kings, so that should tell you how much I like it. There you go. A good foreign man. Oh, Josh. But yeah, so that's what everybody's reading. Yay.
I'll follow you back.
We got Haley a new follower. Now we're your promoters. We're doing your PR for you.
Thank you. I'm too tired to do my own PR.
That's fair.
Yep.
I don't think we've been reading like anything else besides stuff for the Crab Along.
Not really. Oh, Josh, you'll like this. I started listening to the Murderbot series. I just finished the 3rd one last night. So not only do I not normally do audiobooks, but I've listened to the first 3. So be proud of me. I did it. I only zoned out a little bit during the 2nd one because I was doing stuff I probably shouldn't have done while listening to an audiobook. So I've learned now what tasks I can do that like my mind isn't working. So I can like fold laundry, do dishes. I can paint a bunch of tiny Warhammer dudes. And I can listen to audiobooks. So I've listened to the first 3.
Bree is also a good Vorin man.
I am a good foreign man. Haley, one day you'll understand this.
Smile and nod.
Also, yeah, in the description, also there is a link to my my writing Instagram where I just do more writing content. If anybody isn't already following that and wants to, you'll get like lots of snippets and stuff from my book and me complaining about edits and all that stuff. And I think all of you are already in the writing group on Discord, but if there's anybody here who's not, because now it says we have 5 viewers, if you're not in our writing group on Discord, please feel free to join. That link is in the description down below as well. We would love to have more people.
Do we want to talk about our goals?
Yeah, let's talk about our goals for Nano this year. And then we'll go on from there.
I can start. Okay. So last year I did complete 50,000 words. But last year was a very different year for me than normal because of, the pandemic Lovato happening. So I like work from home. I wasn't seeing anyone. I wasn't like going out in the world at all. So I had the time to write 50,000 words. Oh, good night, Judith.
Good night.
Thanks for joining.
Thanks for coming. It was really nice. We'll chat with you more in the writing Discord for sure.
Last year was very different. I did get 50,000 words. This year, work picked up again. I'm still work from home, so that still definitely will help. But work's picked up, and I am going out into the world a little bit. So I ultimately would love 50,000 words. But I think I'm going to probably root closer to like 35,000 words. And 35,000 words would be great. So I'd be happy with that, which is why I'm saying 50,000 words is quote unquote winning, but I don't care. 35 is winning in my book for this year, I think.
And you can set your own goals now on the website.
You said ghost. They said you could set your own ghost, and I was like, set your own
I will
ghost.
set my own ghost.
Yeah, do it.
My
Become a
building's
ghost.
from 1915. I'm sure there's a ghost here that can set.
Oh yeah, you'll definitely die this November.
Oh, that's okay. So you took it a different route.
Yeah.
Yeah. My goals
You go.
for this year. I'm not 100% sure. I'm starting book 2 in my series last year for Nano. I finished the first book. This year I've been editing the first book, and then I decided we're gonna stop doing that and start writing book 2 for reasons. So my word count goal, I think, obviously minimum 50K. Like, we're happy if we pass 50K is the thing. But I also have this problem where it's like I want to beat myself from previous years. Last year, I think I did 83,000 words.
Yeah.
So this year, I'm like, I'm not going high. I'm like, I want to hit maybe 85,000 words. And then I was like thinking, the other night when we were planning, I was like, my book is structured into 3 parts. There's no way I'm going to finish the book during Nano. Like, there's just no way I'm going to write the whole thing. So my goal is to hopefully write like all of part 1 and at least most of, if not all of part 2. And then that makes the goal of, 85,000 words make more sense. Because I couldn't even tell you how long book 1 is right now because it's still in edits, but it's long because I wrote it over the span of 2 different Nanos where both times I wrote 80-some thousand words.
Right.
So, yeah. So yeah, my goal is minimum 50K. Higher goal is 85K, and at least getting to somewhere within part 2. So like half of the book written during Nano is basically the goal. Half of the book at least.
And, my goal is also just like minimum hit 50K. And I would also like to finish the draft of whatever this weird werewolf thing ends up being. Because I just like the completeness of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like finishing a draft during Nano is always very satisfying. So I'm going to try and do that. 50K is not a problem for me. That is very easy for me. So
once upon a time, Casey did 50K on day 1 of NaNoWriMo. Talk about overachievers.
I did it in like 22, 23 hours.
It's fucked up.
Yeah. My goal, my
a lot.
general goal is always just to hit the daily word count that they set, which is like what, 1667 words.
1667.
So like even on day 1, Casey and Bree will come out fucking rolling, steaming out the gate and write like at least
we have to because we get behind later on.
To like 10,000 words in day 1.
It's about 8 to 10 minutes for me. Yeah.
I'll hit maybe 2K. Like I'll go like 200 words over on day 1. I like to just keep it like I don't want to burn myself out immediately, so I try to keep it like to the set amount that they tell you to write.
My brain just gets so excited on day 1. I'm like, let's go. And then I know I'm going to fall behind later.
Yeah, there's always like in like the end of week 2 leading into week 3. I feel like week 3 is like the slump week. Because if you start to pick that pace back up when you're in the last week, you're like, okay, we're doing this. We got to finish this. Week 1 and week 4 are like the good weeks. In the middle, it's like, oh God. Yeah, so like I literally, because Casey and I will start writing right at midnight. We will take turns trying to figure out whose time zone we're writing in when we're not together because we're in different time zones.
Lately it's been Breeze.
Yeah, because mine hits first. Let me second.
No, ours hits first.
Yeah, no, yours hits first. Yeah, so you just wait and start with me. I was, you know what? I don't know nothing.
Breeze Central Time.
Yeah, I'm in Central Time. But yeah, normally we'll start writing right at midnight on the 31st. So we don't like wait till any point in the day. So it's like usually we get a good chunk, like a good couple thousand written at midnight. And then we also come back and start writing later on in the day after we've slept.
Yeah, I have
or
to
whatever. Yeah. Oh, I take that day off. I'm like, no bitch, I ain't working.
I think I wrote with you at my midnight. Like you guys weren't writing yet, but I wrote for that first hour that you guys weren't writing.
You did. We were just sitting here like, look at Haley being a bitch.
And then I waited until like 1:05 and like 5 minutes after you guys started writing, and then I was like, I have to go to sleep.
I remember that. Yeah, we start at midnight, so we get like a nice head start, and then we also write like during the actual normal people daytime when normal people are probably writing on day 1 of Nano. So like by the end of day 1, I usually get between 8 to 10,000 words on day 1. And everybody's like, oh my God, that's so crazy. And I'm like, well, first of all, I've seen Casey do 50K one day, so don't look at me. Second of all, second of all, yeah, week 2 and week 3, it's gonna slow the fuck down. So it's like getting that boost on day 1 really makes a huge difference for me. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with getting in your nice, sweet 1667 words a day, because that's how you're supposed to do it. It's beautiful, and it's nice and consistent. Like I feel like there's something really, really satisfying about getting the exact like amount you need each day. I just like to fly past it though.
I also just like to fly past it. Also, the 50K day 1 will never happen again. My body would not stand for it this time. I don't understand it either. I have no memory of this. By the way, I have no memory of this day happening. I know I did it. I have like screenshots of stuff, and there's.
Oh yeah. Also, go and tell the people what your total was for that year. Because if you did 50K on day 1, go tell the total. Wasn't it something really fucking? It was like 300,000 or something. It was so much. People look at me and they're like, "Oh my god,
like 280,000."
It was definitely more than 100,000. It was definitely about that. I know that much.
I did 100,000 several years, and 100, 2,000.
There was one year that was like ridiculously high.
It's not showing up here, but I did 367 one year.
Okay, I knew it was 300 something, and I'm like, geez. So yeah, when we say Casey writes faster than us, you understand the context there.
I will say the one thing about 50K day 1 is that a lot of the overachievers do it. In like the forums, if you go in the overachiever forums, there's always people planning to do 50K day 1. Just because it's just a challenge that people like.
As if 50,000 words in 1 month wasn't a challenge.
No, right? It's not a challenge. Listen, one of the overachievers did 1 million words one year, so like I am stunned by.
I would like to see those 1 million words.
I mean, they're probably not good, but they're probably not good written.
Yeah. See, this is where writing sprints will really help you along with getting your word goals. Yeah. Especially like if you're doing like Haley and just trying to get your minimum each day, like the writing sprints each day, it makes a huge difference.
Yeah. If I do like 3 30-minute writing sprints, so an hour and a half of writing, I can usually get that 1,667 words. And the thing that's important about those sprints is what Bree was saying earlier, where you just like don't really stop for anything. So you like don't reread. If you like mess up spelling, unless it's like really going to annoy you, I don't fix it. Like,
I do fix spelling in my sprints because it really bothers me. Like I can't not, but that's the only thing I do. I don't stop for anything else.
And so like that's important. And like you don't like reread what you're writing. Like you don't write a sentence and then reread it. You just like keep word vomiting.
Yeah. Yep.
You just go where your brain wants to go. And sometimes you're like, okay, so my characters did this and I had no input on it.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, why did I write that?
Yes.
But like, how I wrote 50K in one day is I write about 1,000 words in 15 minutes, which is how I can get so much writing done in such a small amount of time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then this, I don't edit at all.
I don't edit.
I mean, I don't know any. I mean, I'm sure there are people who edit during Nano, but I would not recommend editing during Nano. If you want this story to be something that like is edited, that like you go back and work on, that you want to share with someone, then I would edit after Nano is over. Like, do not edit during Nano. Like, you can go back through and like fix like spelling mistakes. Like if like you're doing writing sprints and it's like it's messy, there's punctuation, there's red lines everywhere on your screen. You can go back and like fix those. But I would not like edit. Because it's just going to slow you down so much in the process of writing during Nano. So I would just highly recommend waiting till the entire project is done and then going back through with like the fine-tooth comb of whatever level you want to edit it to whatever standard you want.
Like even if you don't finish the first draft in Nano, like wait until the first draft is over before switching to editing, because for me, I think for most people, it's like a totally different brain and like thought process.
It's so, like, such a different thought
between
process.
The two. I can't imagine doing that.
Yeah, no, I feel from personal experience, since I've spent a good chunk of this year editing versus last year where I spent a good chunk writing. And obviously a lot of the edits are rewrites, but it's you're in such a different headspace when you're like looking at it critically and trying to like fix things versus when you're just trying to get those words on the page and just trying to get the story out there. So I would definitely recommend just waiting to edit after you're done.
Yeah.
Complete. What? Completed? Completed. Have I completed anything?
I guess, like, yeah, what do we... considering completed? Completed
I'm just
writing?
gonna say like completed a first draft.
Like the story had a beginning, middle, and end kind of situation, right?
Yeah.
Is that what we're talking about? Because one.
I think I've done like 5 to 6.
I definitely have stories that like
3.
I never finished that had like I had the plans for what would happen at the like how it would end, but I didn't think about that far in writing them.
I would say
3.
Yeah, okay.
Because I would say my first Nano that I completed, I like completed the story. I had to, well, but then, okay, because then like in college, I took multiple creative writing courses. But they weren't like novels, they were short stories and stuff. And I like completed those stories, and those were projects that I was writing.
that counts. Yeah, that counts.
Okay.
It's still a completed story. Even if it's a short story, it's completed, then it counts as a completion.
Probably up mine up to probably like 4 or 5.
One.
Quite a few in college.
I'm real bad at finishing things, which is why I can't do pantsing. I have to be a planner. We haven't talked about that a lot. For those who are watching, are you pantsers or planners? And if you don't know what that means, like planners, obviously you plan, you outline, you have like a set definition of what it is you're trying to do. And pantsers are just kind of winging it. You know, you're writing by the pants of your seat, so to speak, and don't really have much of a plan going in. Or if you do, it's a very loose plan. So
pants.
Let us know.
Your pants.
Let us know if you're a pantser or a planner. I used to be a pantser, and that's why I never won NaNoWriMo. Not like pantsers can't, like lots of pantsers win NaNoWriMo. It's just why I couldn't. I didn't know I needed to be a planner, and then I became a planner, and I was like, oh, this is how I'm supposed to do it. I learned the hard way. So it just, pantsing does not work for me.
I need a plan to the, like, at least a vague plan.
Yeah, you're like in the middle. Like you're like in the gray area of like the planter is what it's called or whatever.
Yeah, I don't need like bullet points, but I need like a general, like beginning,
middle.
Yeah, like just like a vague enough concept for each portion.
I will say I am a pantser, but last year I did kind of that in between where I planned a little bit more, and that was the first year that I won, after the 2009. So I probably shouldn't be a full-on pantser, but it also just kind of depends on my own personal free time and how much time I carve out to plan.
I do feel like there's probably something more fun about being a pantser, but
yeah, it is. It is exciting.
Yeah,
it's so
but no.
You just
I was talking about that with Casey the other night, like how like me like trying to like knowing what I need to write, but trying to like come up with what like all of the points for book 2. And I was like, in some ways that's more difficult than coming up with like an idea from scratch, because like I already have set rules and things I need to like follow, and like it needs to fit in the confines of what I've already done for book 1 and like what I'm building. So it's like I can't just be like this and then whatever I want happens. Whereas like when you're writing a news story, you can do whatever the fuck you want with it. So it's like in some ways I feel more confined in the fact that I'm writing book 2 of a series instead of writing something new. But a pantser, we got a pantser, guys.
The only nanos they
you outlined, right? The only one you were. See, I'm telling you. Like, I mean, I know plenty of pantsers with nano. I'm just saying, my personal experience. I tried to be a pantser for several years, and it did not work for me. So I feel like people should at least try. You know, like try both directions and just see what works better. Especially if like you're struggling with one. Like if you're like, oh, I'm a pantser, but then you're struggling with it, or if you're like, oh, I'm a planner, but then you're struggling to actually like come up with the structure you need. Try both directions and just see what fits. Try the pants on, take the pants off, you know, whatever makes you comfortable. That was a good metaphor. Shut up.
Yeah, I definitely won Nano as a pantser, but it's definitely way more stressful. And like the year I did like the full like 367,000 words, I had 2.5 projects outlined to write, and that's how I was able to write so much, just because I had so much planned ahead of time. Like I had 2 full outlines for 2 different books. It definitely helps. But even like if you are a pantser, if you have a beginning and an end, like not even the middle bit, but just like where you're starting and where you're ending, I feel like that really helps.
Yeah. Because then you can kind of just ride that wave, figuring out what's going to happen in the middle easier. If you know you know what the destination is, the journey will be easier. Shut up, Casey! I tried. I was trying, Casey. It's fine. It's fun. I'm not always putting Stormlight jokes into everything I say. Don't look at me.
I think that's a lie, but okay.
Haley doesn't believe us.
Yeah, what else have we not gone over? We went over goals. Let's see. I didn't write this all down.
Oh yeah, hero and heroine's journeys are really good way. Sorry,
Have,
I'm just
have
reading
you
the
seen?
comments.
Yeah.
There's a book that just recently came out by Gail Carriger, who's actually a romance writer, but she's also kind of like she wanted to do a dissertation on it, but couldn't carve out the time to actually go to school and like do the whole thing. So she just published a book about the heroine's journey and how it's different to the hero's journey, and then gave you a bunch of information and a bunch of stuff about it. Hello, Eli. And
Eli popping in right when we were making Stormlight jokes.
I had no idea the heroine's journey was different, and now I'm very intrigued because in schooling I only ever learned the hero's journey.
They don't teach you the heroine's journey in school, but they will teach it to you if you study like ancient classics, like classical stuff, like Greek. Where's that book?
I absolutely did take classical stuff.
Yeah, normally that's how this author found out about the heroine's journey.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Harry Potter, trigger warning for Harry Potter, he has a heroine's journey, not a hero's journey.
I love that for him. Mm-hmm. Harry Potter, Harold Potter.
What?
I don't know what's happening lately.
Sorry.
broke her.
I was reading the heroine's journey and it got lost in my own mind. Eli, are you doing NaNoWriMo?
Yeah, Eli, are you going to do Nano with us this year? Let us know. So far, we've just been kind of talking about pantsing and planning and Nano goals. Let us know where you're at.
I don't know if I could explain it very well.
It's kind of like, I'm like reading it through it now. So Rey from The Force Awakens and the new Star Wars trilogy, she's a heroine's journey. She follows it.
Yeah.
I would definitely recommend just Googling heroine's journey.
It's more like they get more help from outside sources is one of the main things. Like they have a group around them and they get more help from outside sources, which is why Harry Potter is a heroine's journey, not a hero's journey.
I love that.
This makes me sad, Eli.
Eli.
And that's okay. I assume you have school and it's too much. But that's okay. You can still hang out with us. You can still
do school writing sprints.
Ooh, that sounds fun. That sounds real fun, Eli.
I'm going to drop this book in the comments. I haven't read it yet, but I really want to.
Is it the one by Maureen?
No, it's by Gail Carriger.
Oh, okay. Because I found one that, like, Maureen Murdoch is the person who created the heroine's journey or something. I don't know. Inktober. That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Inktober sounds so stressful to me.
But wait, is this going to be for like normal Inktober or the Cosmere Inktober, Eli? Clarify for me.
I mean, it's obviously the Cosmere.
That's where it is, Eli.
It is Eli. I don't know why I asked. Yeah, we're going to be doing all sorts of writing sprints in the Discord and stuff, so you are free to join even if it's just for schoolwork.
We'll be doing live show.
Yeah, we're probably gonna do a lot of live reading sprints. We'll probably do a couple more of these like live where we're just kind of chatting about stuff leading up to Nano. You for me.
Do the Cosmere one.
Do the Cosmere one. Right, Cosmere short stories.
I haven't even seen the Cosmere one, but do it.
Isaac posted it recently. I don't know if you follow Isaac like on Twitter or Instagram.
I'm probably
Hi,
Carter.
Carter's here. Hello.
Carter in person again.
We know.
Actually,
we know
I think
what you're about.
I will probably never see Carter in person again.
Sorry, I forgot that I might see Carter tomorrow. I was like, wow, I'm never gonna see Carter.
I mean, I'm way farther away from Carter than both of you, so you guys are way more likely to see Carter than me.
I think Carter still has my copy of Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief.
We also miss you. As clearly as our reaction when you came in. I was also like, oh, a friend. Friends. Yeah, we're just chatting about Nano stuff.
Yeah, Carter still has my book.
They do have your book.
That's fine. One day.
Okay.
What was next?
Do we want to pull up your wheels?
Do we want to do wheel fun now, and then we can do more chatting after the wheels? Okay, so guys, I made some wheels, right? Because first I was just making these. I was making these for Haley and Casey, because Haley didn't have any ideas. So I was like, I'm gonna make a character wheel, and that'll spark a character for you. You can spin a wheel and get a character name, and then you're gonna be like, oh man, I have a character now. And then I made Casey a trope wheel because she was originally gonna spin a trope wheel and just write based off of her tropes. So I have a character first name wheel, a character last name wheel, and a trope wheel. So if anybody needs ideas for writing and doesn't have any yet, we're gonna share a screen with you and spin some wheels, and maybe you guys will find a character name you like or a trope you want to use. So
maybe I'll have a plot after these wheels.
I did not make a plot wheel because that seemed a lot hard. I thought about it, but I was like, that seems way too hard.
Tropes will help.
I was like gonna do like plot bunnies or something, but it seemed harder. So tropes was easier. So, do you want to do character name wheel first, one of the big ones, or do you want to do trope wheel first?
Let's do trope wheel first. I feel like that's more fun.
We're gonna be doing trope wheel.
And then we can
got
put
like
the
40 tropes. That's true.
Put the characters with the.
Here is our wheel. And it's probably going to make noise for you. So everyone enjoy the noise.
You haven't actually shared it to the stream yet.
I have it.
There you go. Here's the wheel.
All right.
So if anybody's looking for, since everybody's looking for damsel in distress, there's a trope for somebody. Anybody want to write about a damsel in distress? We got you.
We got you.
No.
Haley's like, it does nothing for me.
It doesn't spark joy in me.
That's fair. Okay.
It's not spark joy. That's gonna be Haley's thing for everything when we spiel. Spinning wheel time for tropes and character names.
I could do okay. Road trip's interesting.
Road trip's interesting. Write down the ones you like, Haley, and anybody watching.
I got it. I have a second.
Any of these come to you
here.
I feel like I technically have a road trip in my book, but it's not like a fun road trip.
You do.
It is a road trip.
They don't want to take the road trip.
They don't want to take the road trip.
Soulmates.
And they were soulmates.
I typed it as all one word.
Oh, and you know what? Fuck you. I was tired when
fair.
I made that list.
I think my second.
I did that at like 5 a.m.
My first Nano
Guardian.
was a soulmate.
Yeah, it was a guardian angel soulmate story. It was my second NaNoWriMo.
I've had soulmate ideas that I've written stuff for, but I don't have it in any of my current projects, I don't think. But I really like it. Like, I eat that shit up when it's done well. So I feel like it's going to go in something at some point.
Wow.
Soulmates on a road trip. Soulmates on a road trip. There we go.
There you go.
There you go. Take the soulmates. Yeah, like, basically I made these wheels just hoping that anybody watching this or us here could maybe just spark an idea. And we also have character names on a different wheel. We'll go over in a few minutes. We're going to spin the trope wheel a couple more times, though. We got 40 tropes on this list. 40 tropes. Take any you want.
Yeah, I like road trip is good.
Road trip is fun. You can do so much with a road trip.
Yeah.
Workplace romance.
No one remembers what that is.
I guess
because no one knows that word.
No, actually, no, they weren't. There was like a almost workplace romance.
Right.
Last novel, book, but
yeah.
Instead, she fell for someone else.
That so happens.
If anybody who's watching this just like wants these wheels for later, like I have them saved and I can post the links so you guys can just play with them on your own. I'll put them in the writing Discord.
I like that.
Siblings best friend.
That was on Casey's favorite tropes list. I imported all of those over.
Road trip in distress. He was soulmates with damsel.
Wow!
Wow. Best friend sibling.
I love it so much.
That looks like one of those things where you just fill in random words.
You're like, this doesn't quite make a proper sentence, but we're going with it.
Fine. We don't need to be proper here.
No, we don't. What we gonna get?
Wheel dance.
Spinny wheel.
Oh no!
Oh no! This is Casey's least favorite trope, but I put it on here specifically because I know Casey hates it. I also don't like it, but I thought it was funny.
No.
I assume no one wants the accidental pregnancy, but if you do, it's here for you to take it out of your book.
An accidental pregnancy.
No one wants an accidental pregnancy. I mean, it's true.
It's my
Because
least
it's
favorite trope.
accidental. It's not like on purpose pregnancy. It's accidental. Nobody wants an accidental pregnancy.
Gross. We should spin it again. We can't.
We can't
I don't
do
want to
that.
see that.
I literally just put it on there to make Casey mad.
Bree did that to hurt me.
I did.
Fake
Ooh,
relationship.
fake
Oh, it's
relationship?
Yeah.
Fake relationship. That's a fun
That's
one.
my favorite one.
We love fake relationship.
Oh,
Ooh,
fake
okay, fake relationship road trip.
Ooh, you could do something with that.
For like a holiday. Maybe they're going to somewhere for a holiday. I don't know why I
Yeah.
want to make it a holiday.
I don't either. That's Casey's already in the Christmas mood.
Wow, Casey. It's spooky
But they-
times.
It is spooky times. I'm ready for spooky times.
Spooky times. Spooky times.
Josh. I love a magic accidental pregnancy.
That's fine. We love magical pregnancies.
That's it.
Forbidden love.
Ooh.
Forbidden love.
If you couldn't tell, most of these are romance tropes because
They are.
that's what Casey wanted.
Casey made
But
the first half of this list, and then I tried to add in some other things. There's a really fun one.
There's some. I know. I'm waiting for it to land on that.
I know, right?
Anyway, want
Let's
it
do
to
like
be
two more.
Even if nobody wants the specific trope, I'm hoping the trope will spark a different idea. Because that's just how things work.
Yeah.
For me. Like I'll see something and it's like, well, not that, but that gave me this idea, and so I'm hoping this is beneficial.
True love's kiss.
True love's kiss.
That can work with all of these tropes can become one thing so far. Except the accidental pregnancy, we'll ignore that one.
We'll ignore that one.
Okay, I'm gonna spin it again. I really want it to land on one in particular, and I don't think it's going to.
I mean, there's 40 on here, so I don't know what the chances are.
Oh.
We already got this one, didn't we?
Okay, we
spin
have
it
to go
again.
one more time. We have to spin it again.
Spin it again. Yeah, we can't get repeats here. That's just not helpful. Spin the wheel.
Oh no.
Casey wants her werewolves. Hello, hi John. Hi John. We're spinning a trope wheel right now to give people ideas for writing for Nano. Are you a writer? Or are you just here for the fun? Let us know.
How does the urban legend fit in?
They're on a road trip to find an urban creature legend. What?
There you go. That's the reason for a road trip.
Are they
Yeah, they're
Gansey?
going to find Sasquatch.
Yes.
On a road trip to find the urban legend. I mean, that could be a lot of fun.
Sasquatch.
I really wanted it to land on alien abduction.
That's what I was
I
hoping
know.
for. Because it's all this
We were
list.
so
that's
close to
stupid.
alien abduction.
We can do a couple more and then we'll go to the character
I'm just gonna
names.
spin it
Okay.
one more time,
One more time,
Yeah,
unless
one more.
unless it's a repeat.
unless it's a repeat.
It's all glitchy, so I don't know where it's going.
Oh, marriage of convenience. I do love a good marriage of convenience.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Eli, you're so much fun. Marriage of convenience. Yeah, I'm gonna link the these wheels in the writing Discord. If you're not in the writing Discord, link is in the description. So that way you guys can play with them on your own as well.
I mean, if you're looking for a laugh, we have laughs here.
We have laughs aplenty. So thanks for coming.
We
I
only
hope
have
this-
one brain cell.
between the three of us. So
And Justin has it, Bree's boyfriend.
and Justin has it, and he left to go to the store, so he's not even here. He's not even here. Yeah.
I mean,
do you
none
want
of us have the brain cell, Haley. So
Sure, certainly, it's got to be
someone has
somewhere.
You're right.
So now we can spin we have two different wheels. We have character first names and character last names. We can only spin one at a time. So we'll go with first names first, and maybe you guys will find a character name you like. Some of these are names from my own personal list of names, and some of these are just names I pulled out of my ass and off the internet. So
There's
There's
a
a lot of
lot,
names.
if you couldn't tell.
there's 107 names on both name lists. I got a little mad the other night.
someone's name I see that was here is on this list.
Someone's name?
Carter.
Oh yeah, I added that one, and it was because of Carter. Carter's name is on the list.
Carter,
stole
you're gonna be a
names.
character.
I stole names from our friends and also last names.
Stella.
Sela. Sela.
I think I was saying it as Sela. So I don't know. I actually don't remember. I will tell you that I took that name because of a place name in the Way of Kings, and I was like, that could be a name, and I just took the Y off. So
Hold on, I forgot
A
to write
marriage
that
of convenience, fake dating, soulmates, and forbidden love all could combine into something interesting. You're not wrong.
that's true. Those there's all kinds of things you could put together in that puzzle.
in. Imagine fake dating your soulmate. That just seems complicated.
I kind
Oh,
of
right.
love it.
I think I've shared a list of names before in the Discord. I have like 3 different name lists on my phone for names that I just may potentially use, and then this is like, I'd say at least 20 of the names on this list are from my list, and then the rest are just names I pulled off of somewhere else. I pulled off the internet because I wanted a bunch. Because most of my names were like high fantasy names, and I was originally making this list for Haley, and Haley doesn't write high fantasy, so I didn't want like super
Absolutely
weird
not.
names. So I was trying to get some more normal names, or at least not weird names. Some of them are, though. Some of them are. I'm coming for everybody here.
Aldrin. Like Buzz
I liked
Aldrin.
the one it almost landed on. I think it was like
Asher?
Asher.
There's Asher and Aster on this list. Don't
I think
you
I like
worry.
Asher.
I
Asher's
like
good.
Aster.
There you go.
Oh,
Write them
great.
down. Take a name. Everybody take a name.
Everybody take a name.
Write a
Not the one it
crossover.
landed
They're
on,
twins.
though. Not the one it landed on.
No. Yeah, we decided we didn't like Aldrin, but maybe
Yeah.
someone
Some of
did.
these names are names that Casey sent me when she was trying to help me pick sci-fi character names.
Rue.
Rue.
It gives me
Asher and Rue.
Hunger Game vibes.
I know.
Yeah.
I actually am friends with like 3 different people on Twitter right now who are named Rue, though, so I was like, whatever, I'm going to put it on this list.
Maybe it's popular with the kids.
Yeah.
The kids.
Oh yeah, that's the list I made for my my sci-fi story that I'm working on right now. That was like all my new sci-fi names. So
I sent a lot of screenshots to Bree.
Yeah, half of those came from Casey. It's helpful.
So many screenshots.
I've still only named like 4 people in that series, so I need to come up with more names. I have a big
Nova?
list.
Riley. I
That's
thought it
my
was
brother's
Nova.
name. My brother's
Sorry.
Riley, so
That
No.
is your brother's name.
I have a
think it's
Riley
Riley
in the
from
story I
Buffy.
never wrote. Again, I have a problem with our names. Don't come for me. I have a Riley in a story that I haven't written yet. Riley.
She's
Is
obsessed with our
Riley.
names.
I don't know. I didn't know until I saw it, and it was like there's a lot of characters here with our names.
Poppy. I do like Poppy as a
Poppy.
name.
I thought it was cute.
Like it is-
Pops.
My aunt used to have a dog named Poppy.
Oh, it's a dog name.
No, I actually just saw that on a list, and I was like, I do like that as a name. I think it was like on a list of like flower names or something. I wanted to get the list to up to 100 names, so I was just started googling name lists at one point last night. And then I got
Love a
to
good baby
107.
name list.
Yeah, exactly.
I love the name Piper. It's so good.
I do
I also
too.
love Piper. I still haven't used Piper anywhere. I mean, technically, Piper's supposed to be the name of Jillian Jensen's mom, but she's
doesn't
dead.
count.
Doesn't matter. She's not here. Yeah,
I do think Orange is the new black with Piper, but I'm trying to retrain my brain.
I
to
think of
not
Charmed.
Orange is the new black.
I think, yeah, for Piper, I think of Charmed. I go way back to Charmed.
This is a very Irish name.
Callahan.
Callahan.
Yeah.
I had a history teacher in middle school, Mr. Callahan.
Very Irish.
There's a lot of names.
Funny.
There's a lot of names on the first name list and the last name list that could be swapped as first or last names too. But
Yeah, that's true.
like they don't have to be the first name or last name. They could be swapped. There was one that specifically I saw as a last name, and I was like, I'm putting that on the first name list. Fuck you.
I'm just
you
picking
you
with
can't tell me
names.
what to do. Yeah.
Sima.
Casima, I like that one. I think that came from my list. That came from my old fantasy list when I was
Right.
writing Children of the Sky. That came from my fantasy list.
That's a very fantasy name for some reason in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think I got it from Orphan Black.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. There's a
I
character.
was wondering where it
That was the
from.
first time I ever heard that name, and I was like, I fell in love with it, and it went on my list.
I don't know how I feel about this name.
Yeah, it was on. I found it when I was looking at
Pharaoh?
Pharaoh.
Pharaoh, because I don't know how to
was on-
pronounce it.
I would say that is Pharaoh.
But then,
But then again, we all know we can't trust how I would say names, so
no,
you can take it how you will.
Bree's full of nonsense.
I am.
That's
Hey,
true.
Casey says most names the way that I do, so
Because you've trained me.
I've trained her well.
Adolin.
All right, let's do one more first name.
We'll do another first name, and then we'll look at the last name
We'll
list.
switch.
Yeah.
There is a lot of like normal last names on the last name list. So like a lot of weird names on this list, but then a lot of like normal names on the last name list. I didn't do a good job there.
Taven?
Yeah, I would say that's Taven. That was from the fantasy name list, the old one. Yeah, Taven. My other problem is T names. That's a new one. My T names. I started using T names a lot in my fantasy series, or at least I had a lot of T names on my list. I don't think I used them all, but R's and T's. I don't know why. And now it's S's. The sci-fi store is getting a lot of S names. I just don't know why.
I'm still picky with names for characters.
Well, you can work on that. You could work on that some.
That's true.
I'm picky with names, but like once I find the name that I like, and like if I already have the idea of the character, like if I already know the character and I'm putting the name to the characters, a lot of times like I'll hear a name and then that sparks the character. But a lot of times I already have some kind of concept for the character and I'm putting kind of name.
Sorry, Eva, that's really good.
Oh my goodness.
A sci-fi name with a really normal last name.
Yeah, I tried to like get, I don't know, because like I couldn't think of like fantasy last names, because I didn't want to use the ones that I already have that I'm using.
Yeah.
And so I haven't like come up with any extras. So I was like, there's a lot like normal last names on the last name list. But I was like, I feel that'd be beneficial to Haley, who's probably writing normal people.
Correct.
But I did try to put in some that were less normal. You got to add that to the stream.
I know I had it yet.
You were spinning it already, but you hadn't added it to the stream.
No, I haven't spinned it yet.
Well, I could see it spinning. I thought you had spinned it. I forgot it just spins on its own. It doesn't do that on mine because I have it in like the editing where I'm adding things.
It's very hurtful to my eyes.
It does it every time I add a new one.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. That's true.
Just
that's
first
true.
names.
I feel like half of like in my fantasy series, like half the characters have last names and then half don't.
Hassan or Hassan.
I think that would have been. I think that was like Hassan. I think I got that from a real name list. And it's like.
No, I don't like
Arabic or something. I don't know
either.
Yeah.
I think with last names. Yeah, I feel like last names need to like really be good if I decide my characters have last names.
They need to flow. I mean, you also, I feel like, need the first name before you pick the last name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But again, some of the last names could also work as first names. Like a lot of those could be crossed over. So
that's
some
true.
of them. Some of them can, not a lot. Some of them are clearly.
I will say I recognize this name and this name and this name.
I went through my Facebook friends to find these most like 90% of these last names came from my Facebook friends list. So if you see yourself or someone you know's last name, I'm sorry.
Yeah, take Hassan or Hassan. Latrice is taking Hassan.
Yes, take it.
Take it.
I like that I'm at least being a little bit helpful. Hello, hi, Margaret. Welcome, join us. We're spinning a wheel of last names. Right now we've been spinning wheels. I made wheels. This I actually stole from another booktuber.
I was going to say, I recognize that one.
No, the one that just came up, I stole that from another booktuber, Merritt. But also I stole Murphy from Murphy, who's one of my favorite booktubers. But yeah, we're spinning wheels right now to give everybody inspiration for like character names. We spun a trope wheel earlier and a first name list. Now this is the last name list that we're spinning. So that's where we're at now on this Nano Shenanigans stream. Thanks for joining. It's been really fun. Exactly. We're having really fun now. We're in the chaos. We chatted some normal stuff earlier. Morgan, see, that's a good normal last name.
Apparently you have Morgan on here more than once.
I'm going to remove all instances. I probably did because I started making this list one night and then I finished it last night and I started just adding things. So there's probably a couple of repeats.
Okay, I'm going to remove one of them then.
That's fine. You can remove one of them. I didn't know it would let you remove it because I didn't give you the editing link. I just gave you the spinning.
I don't know if it'll remove it for you.
Oh yeah, just remove it so you can't spin it.
It might just remove it for me. Nano
Exactly. Are you doing Nano this year, Margaret? Let us know.
Let
us know what you're doing. Yeah.
If you have any plan, because I don't.
Haley doesn't have a plan yet. Casey has a vague plan, and I'm writing book 2 in a series, so I've got like
Plain Man. That's such a dumb last name.
My favorite OC, Morgan. I bet that person exists. Okay, someone's parents were stupid.
I know a Neil McNeil.
That's sad. That's so sad.
Yeah, me too. I forgot about Neil McNeil.
I feel you. I feel you. The last 2 nanos, I was writing book 1 in my series, but I'm starting book 2 this time, so it's like I get to step away from book 1 for a hot minute. Even though I'm still editing book 1, so like I'm not done with book 1, but I'm gonna start writing book 2.
Eli, that's really good.
She Nanogin. That's
Nano.
That's really good.
Nano. My brain hurts. Try to say that.
No, that's good. She Nanogin. I like that. Okay,
All right.
I'm gonna
spin it again.
Sorry, I got
Let's
really
do like
There's 107 names on these wheels, guys. There's a lot. Lots and lots of names.
Noble. Is this from
Noble.
Donna?
It is from Donna. It is from Donna. I stole a Donna. Donna Noble.
I feel like the wheels will be really useful for when you have to just name some random character.
Yeah. I feel like that's like more gonna spark interest for like background characters. That's why I have such long name lists, because it's like there's names on there where it's like I like it, but I don't like it enough for like the characters that are forming for me. So it's like, oh, I'll use this name for this character who comes in like once or twice, or is like just side not relevant character kind of thing. That's what these things are for, mostly.
But if
it sparks an idea for a real character, like a main character for you, the more the better. But yeah, I tend to use this sort of thing, or like name generators for like unimportant characters.
I might use the wheels during sprints if I have to name a random person. I'll be like, it's wheel time, bitches.
Yes, that would be real good. So you don't have to stop and like try to think of a name while you're sprinting.
Yeah, I just have to accept whatever the wheel gives me.
Exactly. Yeah.
The wheel god.
I will keep the wheels handy for all. Anybody wants the wheels, I will keep the links and share the wheels with everyone. Delarin. That's what it is. I wrote most of these down and I'm like, I think that's on my fantasy list.
I like this name. Roslyn.
If you think I can see any of those on the screen, I can't. You have to read it for me.
No.
Roslyn.
Oh, Roslyn? Yeah.
It just spells so weird. I like it.
I think that was a real one that I came across. Like, it wasn't one that I made up or had on my fantasy list. It was a real last name. I think it was one of the ones.
I want to use it as the first name.
I'd have to go look.
I was gonna say, I'm feeling good.
This is your spin, Haley. You'll get something here for sure.
It's the Haley spin. Feeling good about this spin. Enders.
That's a good last name.
That's not a bad last name.
Maybe. No.
No.
Well, okay, so like I chose 3 of the names from first. I don't know if I'll use these names, but I did choose 3 names from our first name list.
Yes.
Okay, I like Piper Rose.
Ooh, Piper Rose is good. Piper Rose
right now
is good.
I have Asher Morgan, Rue Noble, and Piper Rose.
Those are really good. Those are good combos. I really like Rose as a last name because I think it just like makes the name sound really nice.
Right?
Yeah.
I have some names for characters written down that I don't think are on this list, so I'll go over them when we're done spinning.
I have a bunch that I didn't put on this list because they were like super weird fantasy names. I have a bunch more that I didn't add.
Eli.
Wow. Yes.
We'll just do a few more spins and then
yeah. And we'll just do more chatting and stuff.
Gillaway. I kind of like that.
I like Gillaway. That's actually I stole that from an old coworker. That was her name was. Well, I should probably say her real name, but her last name was Gillaway.
Yeah, her full name.
Yeah, someone I worked with back when I worked at the pet store, and I really like her last name, Gillaway. Has a good sound to it.
It does. It sounds nice.
Yeah.
It sounds like a real name for some reason.
And it is a real last name, but I feel like it could be put in different settings. You know what I mean? Like it could still work.
Fucking Morgan again. I hate Morgan. Don't like Morgan.
Out of here.
Okay, we need to do one more. We
can't. Yeah, we can't have repeats. We need another one.
Jordan. I like
Jordan. Jordan has a last name.
I like it as a last name.
I mean,
and I stole that from the 100.
I know. I said that, and I was like, "Wow, I don't know anyone with the last name Jordan." And I was like, "Michael Jordan, you idiot!"
I definitely stole it from a character from the 100 because his last name was Jordan. There's a couple of names on these lists that are from the 100, but not like the obvious ones.
Yeah.
Like I struggled to not put the name Bellamy on this list. Okay.
Yeah, I accept this name. Leskin is accepted. Morgan is no longer a name.
That's such a bad joke, Eli. I love it.
I'm writing that down to give like a stupid side character.
Leskin.
Oh my god. That's so
okay,
dumb.
that was good.
Jordan's a good one, yeah.
I knew a Jordan in middle school, like a first name girl Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan's like a good first or last name. It's gender neutral.
Yeah.
Like it's a good. You can use it for anything basically.
I'm
I think I
spinning
have.
one
I think I actually have Jordan as a name for someone in my fantasy series as like a background, like side character. I think I named him Jordan. He's like the only one with like a normal name. Well, no, some of them have normal names, but it's like less fantasy.
Eli, we bring our own chaos, but I do like the added chaos.
It's true. It's like we have like the base level, and you're like just throwing confetti everywhere while we're trying to like not get anything done. Honestly, it's a good time. We love the chaos.
Yeah, I was gonna say you and our friend Alex can be the Nano Gremlins.
Oh yeah, in the writing Discord, Alex's like name was like the Nano cheerleader or something.
Yeah, because she wasn't writing, but she was just in there for us.
Yeah,
Rosa.
Rosa. Yeah,
I think I like it.
It's a real last name.
I have
I
weird
didn't make that one up.
Okay, fuck it. I'm doing one more time.
Do it one more time.
Casey's in
I'm not
control.
saying this.
It's
I am
By
in
fine.
control.
I mean, she's
And there's
lost
100
control.
names on this list, so
I never
lost
had.
control.
We're gonna get Klingman again. I have to. I'm sorry.
Do it again. Do it again.
We can't end on a repeat. We'd already
we can't.
decided this.
Yeah.
It's true. We did make that rule.
Oh, is that another repeat? No. Okay.
Childers. Oh yeah, that's from somebody I went to school with. Childers is her last name.
That's a weird one.
Childers.
I want to
Yeah.
read it as Childers.
I know. I want to specifically say how it's supposed to be pronounced because, like, I know because it's a real person's last name who I know, and it's Childers. But yeah, I see it and I'm like Childers, Childers.
Childers.
Weird. Yeah, I stole a ton of last names from people I know or people I'm Facebook friends with. I say I know. Who knows people they're
Right.
Facebook friends with, right?
No one.
We need them at one point.
But yeah, like I said, I will share the links to these wheels. There's the first name list, last name list, and the trope wheels. I will share them all in the writing Discord. And if you're not already in our writing Discord, the link is in the description. Please come join us. We would love to have more writing friends in the writing Discord. Yeah. And we'll probably yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say if I went with this plot that I just wrote up, I would have a road trip to an urban legend.
Honestly, I love that.
That involves fake dating
Yeah.
with the characters Asher Morgan, Rue Noble, and Piper Rose.
I like it. It's solid. It's a good foundation to build off of.
Thanks. They're
We-
gonna
we've
be
done
tracking
something-
Bigfoot.
One child. Bigfoot. Oh my goodness. Now you have to go like Google a bunch of just urban legends and see which one sparks your fancy, or make one up. I mean, it doesn't have to be a real one.
It's true.
It can be
You could do,
fiction.
like, you could do them trying to like, I don't know, like trying to start like a web series or something about like urban legends, and so like they're going to like their first one.
Yeah, like a documentary series on YouTube.
But like they don't
I love
actually.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Everyone loves YouTube.
But I mean, you could write about that because you know how to be.
I know
do
YouTube.
You're like, I've done YouTube. I can write about some people trying to do it in a YouTube series.
Eli's gone totally off the rails in the
Eli
comments.
has lost it, and I'm here for it. Honestly.
Ugh. Wow,
Okay,
that's good.
We're going to talk more about names here because I have 4 characters to name and none of them have names.
Oh right.
But I have options.
Okay.
So I have
Okay.
one male and I have 3 options for his name, and I don't know how I feel about any of them. But they all spoke to me. I have Felix, Oliver, and Brian.
Oh, I say Felix and Oliver are 2 names I have loved and never found a place to use.
Me
If you use
too.
one, I will be really happy because I've never found my Oliver or my Felix. I've never found them, but they've been on my list
I like-
forever.
Felix out of those 3.
I like Felix too.
I did have a cat Oliver once and I called him Ollie.
That's why
and
I
that
named
I
Oliver.
do.
That was solely
I do
because
love a nickname.
I love Ollie as nickname, and obviously I
I-
stole that from Green Arrow, but it's fine. Okay.
I cannot name a character and not give them a nickname. So like I almost like
Felix
can't do
could be
Felix.
like Fee though.
It could be fee.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
that's
it could be
fair.
fee. I can have a fee, and you can have a fee.
That might be too many.
lost my shred.
No, that's okay. You always have credibility here. As a
Sometimes Eli, like some of the best ideas come out of like the crazy times, you know, when you're like not actually trying to make sense of anything, and then you're like, oh wait, that actually works. So keep doing you, please. Keep doing you. Yeah, no, I love Felix and I love Oliver. And also, the nicknames do not have to be based on the actual name. Or the nickname could be the last name because everybody fucking loves a last name nickname. Oh my god, Eli.
Or the nickname is Lix.
Nickname Lix. Actually, I mean, if it's spelled like Lix, I could like it. I could, but it would be so stupid. I mean, is he the werewolf? Does he lick himself?
He is the werewolf. Okay, this is the werewolf.
Oh my god, he's very licky.
I love it. See, Eli, look what you just did.
Okay, I'm writing it down, but I'm making no promises. I'm writing it down without the C, though, because I agree it should be without the C. It looks better as a nickname that way.
Yeah. That's another thing I struggle with is like when I do nicknames for characters, but I want the nickname to be spelled differently than how the actual, like that part of the name is spelled, and I never know if you're supposed to, you know what I mean? Like in name? Yeah, like how I do my own name, but I don't know how people would like that in books. But that, like, my mom always just wrote it that way. Like I didn't choose that for myself. That was how my mom always did it.
Oh, that's true. Actually,
that's true.
Wow, Eli just
inserting himself right into your werewolf.
Do you want to be? I don't know if I can name it that though, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be like sex scenes in this, and I don't think I can do that.
Do you want to?
That's illegal.
It's illegal. But yeah, no, I have that a lot,
my child.
In my fantasy series where I have like nicknames based off of like the real name, but then I want to spell the nickname differently, and I never know how to do it. In my fantasy series, I have a character named Lunessa, and I like when he calls her Lou, but I don't want to spell it L-U. I want to spell it L-O-O. But then also yeah, I don't know. There's different things like that where I never know how to spell nicknames based on the real names. Which is why it's fun to get nicknames that are not actually based on their names, because then you can just do whatever the fuck you want.
Oh, I do have one name for one of the characters that I just really like, and it's Odette. It's from one of Bree's lists.
Odette.
I like Odette.
Odette is really cute.
Another name that I have wanted to use for a very long time. I stole this from someone I used to be friends with on Tumblr, and we used to share the 100 fanfic with each other. Her name was Lisette, and I've wanted to use it forever.
Oh, yeah, I like the name too.
Tte, Lisette. So if anybody wants Lisette, take it. I have not found a place for Lisette yet. Yeah, I haven't found it.
Yeah,
I think she was French.
You are my crabling. It would be weird.
Yeah. So yeah, if anybody wants a Lisette and Odette.
I will say Odette is going to be a defendant of fairies, and I felt like that was a really good.
That fits for the fairy descendant. Yeah.
So
that's very good. I do like that a lot.
Yeah, I think Odette's on my new sci-fi list. That was the reason why I put on here. I have so many names.
Nicknamed Debt.
I mean, if she's in debt, they could make a lot of jokes about it. You know what I mean?
I don't know if I was gonna give her a nickname. If I do, it would be O.
I would say like just O, which I love as a nickname, also stolen from 100. Or Odie. Yeah, Odie be cute too, I think. But that also does feel like a dog. You know what I mean? Like Odie does not feel like a person nickname. But I like O. Like in the 100, there's Octavia, and her brother always called her O, and I thought it was the cutest thing ever. I thought it was the cutest nickname. I love like a one-letter nickname. It's just so good. Oh, debt. You owe your debt. Oh my God, Eli.
Oh, no.
Stop it.
Stop it. Eli, don't stop.
Your brain is at this like galaxy level that I just don't think I can ever get to.
There was one live stream where we were talking about something Cosme related, and Eli just dropped a joke that no one else got, and Brie and I had to like contain ourselves. And it was hard.
It was hard because it was like if we acknowledged the joke, it would have been like implying a spoiler, so we just had to let it go by. And I think like you can see, hi, Steph is here. It is. Haley's on a stream. We finally have Haley on the channel. We convinced her to come on, so she's here. Yeah.
We were sorry to miss your reading sprints. We realized that they were at the same time.
We didn't know we were doing sprints at the same time, so we missed it. It was a good
I said that I was just going to go and read on your reading sprints instead.
She was like, I'll be here, but I'm going to read, and I'm going to go do the reading sprints.
How are you feeling?
Hi. How are you feeling? Are you feeling any better? Are you still, like, dying?
I assume maybe a little better because you did sprints, but still.
That's true. That's true. Hopefully a little better.
You're mean. You're a mean crabling.
It was bad. I mean, like, if you go back and watch, I think you could see, like, the moment Casey and I read it in our eyes being like...
And just, like, the deep breath. Like, the...
Yeah, like... Don't say anything. Yeah.
Okay. One of the other names...
Okay, next character.
One of the other characters is a mage, and I found the name Lyria.
Oh, I've had that on one of my lists too, Lyria.
I think it might have been from your list. I don't know, but I really liked it.
Let me see if it's.
Ooh,
I don't actually know if it's on
Lyria.
this list. I think it's on my old lists. It's not on my new
Like
list.
Lyria, like
Yeah.
Lyria.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
It
on my old
reminds
list.
me of Lyra from Golden Compass. Yeah.
I also wrote that down, but I was like, no. Potatoes to fries.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I want
fries.
I literally I have a McDonald's downstairs.
Oh my god.
There you go. Haley just leaves the stream to go get fries.
Honestly, I can see that happening during actual Nano streams. Like during Nano, you're gonna be like, I gotta take a break, go get some fries.
That's gonna actually happen.
It's gonna actually happen.
It would be really funny if my Wi-Fi reached there and I just like brought y'all with me. Order some fries.
That would be really fucking funny. Honestly, now I'm gonna demand we do that at some point.
My Wi-Fi won't reach, but I could join from my phone, I guess.
But yes, I like Lyria.
Lyria, that's very nice. It's pretty.
Yeah,
it's so pretty.
I don't actually know if you got it from me, but it's definitely on my old fantasy list. So it's it might be one of those ones where it might be one of those ones that we just picked the same name because it's not on my new list, which is the ones I've been going over lately. It's on my old list.
It's always
you are very. I had French fries. No, not last night. 2 nights ago. So I feel you.
I had them 3 or 4 nights ago. You're also never too full for fries.
That's correct.
I can always eat fries. It's not good, but I can always eat them.
If I do a road trip situation, they're absolutely stopping for fries.
There you go.
That's a road trip need.
And then you're gonna want fries, and you're gonna go and get them.
There's gonna be a lot of fast food eating in part 1 of my book, and it's gonna make me so hungry because like they're gonna be eating fast food and out of vending machines for like 2 straight months. They're not gonna have any sweet Chance cooking for them. They're all gonna be so spoiled by Chance's taking care of them, and then they're gonna be like, "This is shit."
It would be cute to have a scene where they get like a kitchenette and Chance like MacGyver some kind.
Oh, he's like, finally, I can like, do something. Oh, that would be cute. I'll have to do that when they start staying at like nicer hotels or something. If they don't start staying at nice places in the beginning.
Next character.
The final character is a human, and she is the only straight one.
Okay,
straight. Yeah, the token straight.
So I have 2 names, but I'm not really attached to either of them. I just have Molly and Ella because I wanted like a more normal.
I like Molly. I put Molly on the wheel. I like Molly.
I do like Molly more than Ella.
Yeah, I don't not like Ella, but it just feels too something.
My thing is I just like attach names to like other characters, and I like
Eli.
What is your attachment to Molly?
Molly is attached to American Girl. And Ella is attached to Ella Enchanted.
Ella Enchanted is what I was thinking. Are we playing a game? Oh, like what we're doing here?
We can.
We can play it. We're planning for NaNoWriMo, so we're trying to come up with like ideas for what we need for stories. I already know what I'm doing. I just gotta plot it. Haley's coming up with some characters and some plot ideas, and now we're trying to pick names for the Casey's characters that she picked. So we're just prepping story time. We're just picking character names. It's just a fun chill. Eli has lost it. It's just been throwing nonsense jokes at us for the last 20 minutes. It's beautiful. It's been great. It's been a fun time. Oh, Eli has a sister named Ella.
Oh, that makes sense. Actually, that really fits. I like that. I like the same first letter.
That's so pretty. Yeah.
Which is why when we changed Echo's like his first name, we matched it to his sister because we like the first letter thing. Because I think that's the only that and then like the twins, obviously they have the same letter name, but that makes more sense with the twins.
It just makes me so happy.
Yeah.
And it started with Charmed. I can relate this back to it's Charmed's fault.
Mm-hmm. God, it really is Charmed. It always comes back to Charmed, man.
But I like Molly.
I like Molly better than Ella out of those 2.
But yeah, I don't know if it's like the fit.
I don't either, but
I don't know enough about the character, but it's like, it's gotta fit.
I don't know enough about the character. She's human and she's straight, and that's all I got.
She's your classic boring.
She's a token straight character. Every friend group needs one.
It's true.
You're not wrong.
I think those are my names because those are like my main 4 characters. There's also going to be like at least one love interest. Maybe the other one is
Yeah.
going to get a love interest at some point, but I don't need names for them yet because they don't exist in my head yet.
Yeah.
That's true.
I almost always come up with like at least the bare minimum concept for the character before I start naming them. Very rarely do I see a name and I'm like, I have to find a character to fit that name. Like usually it's the other way around, but that does happen. But usually it's like you gotta find the name that fits the character.
I have like general stuff. So I have like
Yeah.
the guy with bi, and obviously Brie and I were joking about this, but his description, he's just Dylan O'Brien. Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Casey
Oh, yeah.
was like, Casey goes, I picture him as Dylan O'Brien, and I was like, Casey, I once had a Dylan O'Brien in my story. It was really funny. I took my Dylan O'Brien out. I switched him with a different face character, but it was really funny.
I don't normally do like face character stuff, like face casting, whatever. But I guess I will for this book. So the first one is Dylan O'Brien.
I will lend you my Pinterest board with 300 some faces on it, if you would like to peruse.
I love it.
It's pretty helpful. Yeah, I remember I gave it to Haley, and Haley was like, "These people are all so pretty," and I was like, "Haley, I've never had an ugly character in my life."
I know, it's not fair.
Brie writes like a CW show.
I really do. I really do. I really do.
You need to put Colton Haynes as one of your face characters.
He already is. Okay. I feel he was. I feel like I need to put
Yeah,
someone else. He was originally Chance's ex-boyfriend, his abusive ex-boyfriend when Chance was in high school, named Charlie something. I don't think he had a last name.
He's a good one though.
Because I was picturing like specifically like Teen Wolf Colton Haynes, and I'm like, God, he plays such a like hot, like mean, you know what I mean? And it's like, but in real life, he's like such a sweetheart. So it's like I wanted both of those because it's Chance's ex-boyfriend.
Wait, I love the idea of adding emojis to characters.
Wait, what?
Like I'm just like
Oh,
attach an emoji to your characters, and I'm like thinking like obviously I'm thinking Bree's characters because I don't have any characters.
yeah. Also, we did that though because remember when we were trying to come up with was it Echo's phone contact list, because he doesn't put anybody's actual names in the phone contacts and they all have emojis.
That's just
that's fine. Thanks for coming hanging out with us. I hope you have a good evening or whatever time of day it is for you. Have a good time zone.
My brain was like, have a good John time. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
No. But yeah, no, in my phone, I still we never finished completing my emoji character list either for the contacts.
I forgot,
where is it?
Yeah.
We never finished
That's
it.
why it like was so in my head. I was like, why am I all of a sudden have so many emoji ideas for Bree's characters?
Because obviously dice is a dice emoji. Like Chance is like a tree or a leaf or a flower.
Phoenix is fire.
Phoenix is like a fire. Yeah, firebird. Well, actually, in Echo's phone, it's a purple heart.
Oh yeah, it was a heart.
He gave her a heart emoji.
You like us, me.
Oh my god. Then we were coming up with also the phone contact nicknames, because the only person whose actual name, once he makes the phone contact list and is like takes out all of the bimbos he had in his phone, is Phoenix, and everybody else was a nickname. Because when like Phoenix is looking in his phone and he's like, call Dice when he's like injured, and she's like, there's nobody in here named Dice, but she sees the Dice emoji and it's like, I guess that's probably the right person. And then he's listed as backup, which I always liked.
So Steph, we already did that for Breeze.
We never came up with emojis for Ace, Jax, Alira, Jillian. We just put a bunch of knives, not even a name. Which I think the fact that I put 4 knives.
Could we just do like a deck of cards?
Oh, that's true. That would have been smart.
Is there a card deck? I don't.
There should be like a card emoji. But my favorite thing on this phone contact list is that we named the contact for Alira Little Red Blinding Hood. I forgot about this.
Oh my god!
And Echo would make that joke, so it's so fitting.
He would.
Little Red Blinding Hood.
That's why Eli is our child.
Yeah. John, a time have good. You probably need a nap.
Oh my god! I was gonna say I have like 10 minutes left in me.
Okay.
So yeah, we did the emojis with that because we needed the emoji. We still never came up with the rest of them.
Did we miss anything on the plan?
I think some things, but nothing. I mean, we're gonna do more of these also, so it's like fine if we don't hit every topic we want to
hit. Hopefully I'll have a plot the next time we do this.
I also need a plot. I have characters, I have no plot.
I have some plot, but I need to fill out the entire plot and then plot it.
Well, I have it in they were roommates.
So.
I know where each part. I have 3 parts in this book. I know where each part starts and where each part ends. I just got to fill in the gaps. So like I have a structure to work with. I just got to fill in the blanks, you know.
Yeah.
You just woke up from a nap. Then why are you like this?
No, that makes
I'm
sense
just
to
Had
me.
a nap.
I'm just kidding. No, no.
Post nap like insanity is a thing I
Yeah,
understand.
it's true.
I would love a nap. Are you kidding me?
You're not allowed to nap.
I've never napped in my life.
But yeah, I think we pretty much covered everything. Like anything else we didn't go over, we can talk about in the next one. We can do more spinning wheels next time we do this, more shenanigans. We'll touch base and see if we've gotten any further in our planning and plotting and prepping
I have a
when we
whole
do the next one.
created random ideas to add to this. So
That's good.
Yeah, I was gonna say Casey has been writing things down, which is more than I did. So
I haven't written anything down because we mostly been working on you guys because I know what I need to figure out. I just got to figure it out. It's more specific than like okay, we got to come up with a character name. Like all that shit's sorted. I do have to.
involves more brain power.
It involves way more brain power, for sure. But yeah, I think we could. Does anybody have any like questions about just Nano in general that you want us to answer? Anything you want us to talk about before we kind of wrap this up? And like I said, we'll probably do a handful over the next, like the rest. We might do like maybe one more of these this month, maybe not because we got the Wave Kings live show coming up. We'll definitely do one or two of these like streams in October probably, and then once we're in November, we're probably gonna do a lot of live writing sprints. I say a lot. We'll see how it goes. Some,
yeah.
But yeah,
we'll definitely be doing writing sprints.
Yeah, and we'll be in the Discord consistently doing writing stuff in my writing Discord. Like that will always be in there.
Always. You can't get rid of us.
We will also do more of these live shows just because I think it's like a fun way to kind of spitball ideas and like also for anybody who's like watching and stuff, getting ideas. I just think it's fun. Yeah, the first time Casey and I ever went live on our channel was doing late night writing sprints. So we're gonna do some of those for sure.
NaNoWriMo. It was Mr. Nano himself.
Mr. Nano himself. Do you mean like out of us? Like who did it first?
Out of us, it was Casey and I did the same first year, right?
I did the same first year. I did the same year you guys did. We just didn't know each other.
2009?
Yeah, we all did the same year. Because you know why? Because fuck Christina Horner. Christina Horner is the first nanoer.
Yeah, she was the first nanoer.
YouTuber Christina Horner is the one who got us into Nano, so I think she's the first nanoer. And she has a great. I was gonna say she has a great podcast.
Yes. I was wondering if they were gonna do it this year because they haven't started it yet. And she's got all the stuff with the book Kickstarter right now, so I don't know if we're doing it this year. But
if you want like more condensed and put together discussions on NaNoWriMo,
specifically like advice
called How to Nano, right?
Yeah, How to Win Nano. How to Win Nano. It's on like all the podcast platforms. Like this. I'm glad you also think Chocolate Viper. Yeah, we've all been doing it since 2009. Jesus Christ, 2009.
Yeah, on and off.
2009. I don't think every year. He's never missed a year. I've tried every single year. There's been years where it's like I'll get like 2 days in and then I stop. But I've technically started each year. I've never just not done it one year.
I've done and won every year because I am an insane person.
It's true.
I couldn't do it in school. I kept trying to do it when I was in college, and I would get like the 2 days in and just be like, I have no time.
Yep. Yeah.
But on and off since 2009, so a while.
When I have less time, I do get writing done quicker. So
that's true. Yeah.
I don't. I need more time.
I do. And we're also going to
stressful. Deadlines are stressful, and you're already on a giant deadline with Nano.
That's true.
So having more condensed deadlines for each like day. Oof.
Yeah. I Nano, you Nano, he, she Nano.
I love it.
It is a verb and a noun, so
that's true.
Mm-hmm. I love
so
it.
It makes sense.
It's not an adjective. I don't think it's a proper noun. It's
Haley's an English major.
Haley is an English major. I've only ever majored in Stormlight. That's all I got.
And Bree and I are gonna try and do a NaNoWriMo tips video. Maybe.
Oh yeah, we did a couple of videos. Hello. Hello. You only wanted to. Are you doing it this year? Join.
Yes, they do it with us.
Join the writing Discord. Do it with us.
Yeah, we have a writing Discord.
Writing Discord is linked in the description, where we just talk general writing nonsense, but it's going to be all nano focused coming up real soon.
Maybe
It's both stuff.
we are the nanos that we met along the way.
We are the nanos that we met along the way.
I real struggled over that one.
Yeah, you did. It's okay.
But yeah, Casey and I, we did a couple of like nano focused videos last year, but they were just more like generally going over things. So we're going to make a specific like tips video, going over just specific tips, things that work for us, things that might work for others, general stuff. We're probably going to put that out sometime next month. Definitely obviously before Nano.
We haven't filmed it yet. So.
We haven't filmed it yet, so the plan is it'll probably go up sometime in October, because that's like, Preptober, so it'll go up in October at some point. Hopefully we'll film it sometime soon, though. We need to come up with actually the tips that we want to go for it first, and not be super repetitive from like the video we did last year. So yeah, we have that coming up. We're probably going to do a couple more of these, just like chatting, planning streams, and then we will do lots of live writing sprints as well during Nano. And again, we will be all up in the Discord all the time. So come chat with us in the writing Discord. It's lots of fun, and I always want more writing friends. So
there's a point where you might want to mute some of the channels in the Discord, because we will be all up in the Discord.
Oh yeah, the one that will be the loudest is the out of context authors, because whenever we're doing stuff together, we're always posting stuff in there. But it's funny, so you know what? Keep those notifications on.
And it's definitely out of context.
It's definitely out of context, which is why it's funny. I mean, it's funny in context too, but it's funnier out of context. But yeah, I don't know if we have anything else we want to touch on before we wrap this up.
Yeah.
Thank you to everybody who came to hang out with us.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Fun. Thank you, Eli, for giving us all kinds of nonsense and laughs.
Yeah.
It was a good time. It was a lot of fun.
And shout out to Josh, who's been here the whole time.
Yeah, shout out to Josh for just being here, being the ghost from the beginning. We still don't know if you're a real person, Josh, honestly, because the counter says 4. So I don't know. I don't know about that, Josh. But thank you for being here the whole time. We love you. Yeah. And I'm glad you like your bookmarks.
Yay.
Yay. And yeah, this was the first time anybody gets to really, I mean, technically Haley's like appeared in a couple of videos, but this is the first time you get to like see Haley on our channel, which is great, because we're always talking about Haley. So now you've officially seen the wild Haley confirmed. She is a real person.
Not sure about Josh, but Haley is real.
We're not sure about Josh, but Haley is a real person.
I don't, maybe.
Yeah. Haley was working, and now she's to go back to work. Kind of like not much of a real person, but partially a real person.
I'm a slave to capitalism, but
Josh likes the names you picked, though, Haley. 20 minutes behind.
Thank you, Josh.
Likes the names you picked, so you're getting votes on your names.
I'm
gonna keep them in mind.
I know. I like the backtrack updates. It's a lot of fun.
It's actually a lot.
I like it a lot too. I think that's one that I've had for a while, but I've never used for anything, because I liked it enough that I wanted, but I never had a character that like fitted. Like that's a lot of the names on my list. Like some of them fit so well, and some of them it's just like I'm just gonna keep holding on to this until the next time. But like I said, like I don't get new story ideas very often, so and they're all very specific in the new sci-fi story I'm working on.
Yeah.
And there's not that many. I've toned it down. There's not that many main characters in that series, and I'm expecting that series to be like a duology. I say series, a duology, maybe a trilogy. It's not going to go past 3 books, because I don't have enough stretch for story ideas for it. Unlike Deviants, who knows when that will fucking end. And Children of the Sky is a trilogy with a sequel trilogy. It's 6 books. So.
Oh, we love to see it.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we will end now.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Josh, that you are behind and we're ending, but we're
ending. Yes, but thank you again for hanging out with us. We'll see what other comments you leave as you go through.
Yeah, that's Josh.
Eli's just now realizing who Josh is.
Wow.
I'm proud of you.
Eli. Proud of you.
That's like me levels of stupid. I'm proud of you.
Oh my, Eli, you're such a good crab. Okay, goodbye everybody. Thank you for coming. We will see you next time. Stay tuned. Keep an eye on like Twitter and the writing Discord. We'll let you know when we're doing this again. And thank you for hanging out.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.